Beloved, I hear. But what does it mean? It resonates deep in places unseen. Who am I? Why am I here? These are the questions, so let us not fear. Who is my neighbor? Where are they found? In beauty and difference is where they abound. Who is God? What is their name? As long as there's love, the Spirit's the same. So let us be open and look for a sign. May we hear our own name proclaimed as divine. Beloved, I hear. I feel what it means. Its resonance grows and now can be seen. The first Sunday after Epiphany, everyone, is annually marked by the story of the baptism of Jesus. Why is this story told and retold annually, year after year? I suggest to you it's because Jesus' baptism is our baptism. And we need a constant reminding of what that means. In that story of Jesus' baptism are words which come ostensibly from heaven, but could be coming from the place we need to hear them most, within. Those words are, "This is my beloved, in whom I am well pleased." Baptism is an uncovering of our true selves, an unveiling of all that we typically hide ourselves with on a daily basis as a result of our insecurity and or our ego, as both of these are two sides of the same coin. The immersion into water replaces the covering of our persona. And as we rise up and the water is swept away, we are not so much born anew as we are unveiled. And the true colors of our true selves come shining through. And for the first time, we are finally able to hear those words as they deserve to be heard. Beloved. The journey of baptism is no walk in the park. It makes no false promises. And though it often gets billed more as religious decoration, particularly with children and infants, than it does spiritual truth, its unspoken message is abundantly clear. The baptism of one is the baptism of us all. For we are all beloved beings. The very idea that Jesus would be baptized was, for its original audience, outrageous, even scandalous. How could miraculous divinity be so intertwined with mundane humanity, such as to require repentance? Answer: there is less of a chasm between heaven and earth than we were taught. There is a finer line between divinity and humanity than we might think. There is less of a difference between Jesus and the rest of us than we might surmise. This does not reduce Jesus. It challenges us. It challenges our humanity. Human beings are capable of honoring differences in one another when we revere the common good for us all. just as we are capable, as we witnessed in Washington, D.C. this week, of storming in where angels fear to tread, spewing volatility and violence. Whether we be baptized or not, it is the existential baptism into life that matters, with all its wonder and responsibility. And this baptism of immersing ourselves into life, unveils the clarity of right and wrong, of compassion and complicity, of love and hate. The greatest impact of Epiphany is not whether we experience what we think of as a miraculous event or not. The greatest impact of Epiphany is the beauty and wisdom of knowing that life itself is a miracle. It is the grace to embrace the core truth that all human beings are born in love and born for love, and we ourselves are deeply, profoundly loved. Do we dare embrace such mind-bending, heart-rending truth without flinching away in disingenuous self-consciousness or irresponsible egoism? We have a choice. No matter how many times light shines in darkness, we are free to ignore it. No matter how often we hear the story of being called beloved, we are at liberty to retreat into self-loathing. No matter how many times we witness the beauty and innocence of baptism, or reaffirm our vows in witnessing it, we are free to patronize it as sentimental and self-serving instead of sacramental and self-giving. This freedom in which we live, move, and have our being is so deep and so wide, so all-encompassing and so generous, it can feel overwhelming. As overwhelming as it is to be loved. Love does not impose. Love does not coerce. Love does not assume. Love descends as quietly as a dove and speaks in a voice so gentle we can pretend not to hear it, and consequently never know the beauty, wonder, and love that is here all along, but there is no denying its presence. Epiphany is a choice. It is a way of living, and maybe not one we want to accept, so the challenge is always before us. Look around, look within. Listen intently, listen differently. Stand in the place that looks utterly ordinary, or worse, maybe even despairing. And regardless of how jaded you feel, cling to the possibility of a surprise that is God. Listen to the mundane and know that it is infused with divine mystery. Epiphany is deep water that covers a wide territory. You can't just dip your toes in it. You must take a deep breath and then plunge into it. It's all that or bust. There is no in between. It starts with recognizing that its modern and ancient surprise of baptism is wherever there is love, and it ends with seeing that love's true colors always, always, always come shining through. Beloved, I hear. But what does it mean? It resonates deep in places unseen. Who am I? Why am I here? These are the questions. So let us not fear. Who is my neighbor? Where are they found? In beauty and indifference is where they abound. Who is God? What is their name? As long as there's love, the Spirit's the same. So let us be open and look for a sign. May we hear our own name proclaimed as divine. Beloved, I hear. I feel what it means. Its resonance grows, and now can be seen.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, though I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and the darkness there inside you makes you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. See your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. Show me a smile, and don't be unhappy. Can remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you're taking all you can bear, you call me up, because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through. See your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. Your true colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. I can't remember when I last saw you then. If this world makes you crazy and you're taking all you can bear, you call me up, because you know I'll be there. See your true colors shining through. See your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. Your true colors are beautiful, like a rainbow.